Okay, good morning. My name is Haifa. I'm a marketing assistant here at InfoTrack. Welcome to today's webinar, where we'll learn the reasons behind HM Land Registry's decision to migrate to a digital process for submitting AP1s and the options available for law firms to consider when making the change. We're delighted to be joined by Andy Roddy, Senior Product Manager from the HM Land Registry, who will talk us through the reasons for the adoption of digital AP1 submissions, the benefits expected as a result, and the options available. Andy will be joined by Kelly Cutler, who is the Knowledge Manager from InfoTrack, and she'll be providing us with a demo of InfoTrack's award-winning solution, including our intuitive AP1 dashboard to help you navigate the changes with ease. Before we begin the webinar, I would like to draw to your attention the Q&A tab, which is located at the bottom of your screen. We will be running a Q&A at the end of this session, so please type any questions you might have for either Andy or Kelly, along with your name, into the Q&A box. That way, if we run out of time or your question requires further clarification, we can extract your information and follow up with you directly after the webinar. I will now hand you over to Kelly. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think actually Andy's going to go first. So Andy, I'll let you take it away.
Thanks very much. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Andy Roddy. So I'm Senior Product Manager here at Land Registry. And I lead on Business Gateway, which is our API platform, work closely with all the work we're doing on digital registration. I'm so excited to be here today and talk to you. Hopefully, you're all well aware now of our plans to move away from electronic applications. So that's applications which are typically scanned and uploaded to the Land Registry portal, and that's using a service called the Document Registration Service. So since we announced the withdrawal of a part of the old Document Registration Service last year, we have been working with customers to better understand how to make that process as easy as possible. Customers who are keen to continue to use the Land Registry portal today to apply to change the register, they told us that the new digital registration service needed to be a full replacement for the old document registration service for them to be able to start using it. So that full replacement rather than just some of those services. So we've listened to that feedback and accelerated our plans to include all applications types in the new digital registration service. And we recently announced that on 30th of November this year, the old document registration service will be removed in full. So the reason we are so focused on moving to digital applications, so why are we doing this, is because of the mutual benefits that we believe and have found that it offers both customers and Land Registry. Digital applications, digital gives us the ability to check the details of the application as they're being entered. We see a huge volume of requisitions that relate to basic mistakes, missing information, incorrect fees, or mismatches in information. So by moving to digital, we can automatically catch a lot of these issues before the application is submitted and also auto-populate as much of the application form as possible. So in doing so, we all save time, therefore, in reducing requisitions. Digital applications submitted via the portal have reduced requisitions so far for basic errors by 30%. So we're really seeing that come to life already. We will be able to process these applications a lot faster too. So ultimately, we will all benefit from a faster and more efficient registration process that should be easier to use. So there are several options for customers to consider when thinking about their move to digital applications. The digital registration service, as I mentioned, on the Land Registry portal. So this offers a simple and effective way for customers to create and submit their AP1s directly to Land Registry. Currently, the digital registration service supports the most popular transaction types, including charges, transfer for values, and charge apart. It also accepts applications covering up to 25 titles and those that are subject to power of attorney. By the summer, 90% of applications will be supported, with just transfers apart and lease applications to be added to the service ahead of the switch off. Now, we have accelerated plans to support lease and transfer apart applications within eDRS, and as mentioned previously, their addition means all application types will be available in advance of the switch off of the old document registration service in November. However, if you're looking to integrate the AP1 application process more seamlessly into your business, you might want to consider direct integration. This is through Land Registry's API services that you may know as Business Gateway. So digital applications may be new in Portal, but we've actually been accepting them for many years now via Business Gateway. We realise that some customers prefer to use one system for all their work, which is why we've got the Business Gateway platform. It's a platform that technology companies or law firms themselves can connect to via APIs, so they can offer HM Land Registry services as part of their overall experience. We'll be delivering new services to the Business Gateway platform over the next year or so, and we'll look to continue that beyond as well. And we'll be prioritising features that will enable the validation of data, even more getting those benefits that I've mentioned earlier on that we get from digital applications. We're looking to do that prior to the submission of those applications to help provide confidence to users that the information submitted is correct, and then again, further reducing requisitions. If you'd like to know more about Business Gateway or using the digital registration service on Portal, we're really happy to talk about that in more detail, so please do get in touch. Our details will be shared at the end of the webinar, and we look forward to speaking to you. I'll hand over to Kelly now to talk more about the InfoTrack services. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you. So as Hyper said, I'm Kelly Cutler from InfoTrack, and I'm Knowledge Manager here. So at InfoTrack, we are a technical service provider and we are integration specialists. We can facilitate the A to Z of conveyancing through our platform, and post-completion is actually one of our core products. So we've actually been doing AP1s since 2016. We are one of Land Registry's key business partners and biggest users, and we've got 6 years of continuous software improvement. We help reduce requisitions by up to 30%, and we currently do over 550,000 submissions a year. So that's just a bit of background on InfoTrack. I'm now going to walk you through InfoTrack's end-to-end digital AP1 submission and management software. So AP1 can be found in the post-completion workflow, naturally sitting behind the SDLT, where we similarly integrate with the HMRC, allowing you to digitally submit your stamp duty returns. Using both the post-completion services allows you to submit these in under 5 minutes. As I've mentioned, InfoTrack released our AP1 product back in 2016, and we continue to work very closely with the Land Registry to develop the Business Gateway services across the Land Registry services. And what you see here is our latest AP1 software, which has been built with the aim to make your post-completion process faster, more accurate, and reduce the potential for unnecessary requisitions. So as I click into AP1 here, you'll be able to see our one-page smart interactive form. And like all InfoTrack products, your matter reference tells us about information already contained within your matter. So depending on whether you're accessing InfoTrack from a case management system or depending on the orders you've already placed with us, we can populate up to 90% of your AP1 for you. As I put my matter reference in, it's really important with the matter reference because this reduces the time it takes to complete your AP1, removing the need to rekey information and reducing the potential for missed information. On this matter, I've already ordered a register and submitted my SDLT return. So as we work through the form, you'll be able to see how much information is already pre-populated for you. All fields are asterisk, so you won't be able to submit your application with missing information. Registration type is our first required field. So for Land Registry Portal customers, you should be used to selecting the registration type. But if you are unsure as to the registration type relevant to your application, you can head over to our FAQs for definitions, plus lots of other AP1 tips and tricks. Today, we're going to be running through a simple discharge, transfer and charge application affecting the whole of the title. So dealing is the relevant registration type. Our title number has already pre-populated over, but we are able to add further titles on, and that is limitless. We'll also verify the titles automatically for you, verifying the address and any pending registration status, reducing the risk of cancellation of your application due to an invalid title. We've also pre-populated the local authority and the postcode for you. So we can now move on to selecting the priority applications we're looking to change the register with. You can simply select the drop down to see the wide range of application types easily identifiable with their form code and description. We also organise the applications into common forms and form bundles, making it quick and easy to select common applications like discharge, transfer and charge. And just like most forms, our AP1 form is about working left to right, top to bottom, reviewing the information from your file and documents and completing the relevant fields. We also integrate with our Sign It for Deeds products. So where your deeds have been electronically signed, on selecting yes, we'll automatically look for and upload your conveyance's certificate into supporting document. If your deeds are not signed electronically, then you can simply upload them here and confirm their certification. For those who are integrated with your case management system, you'll be able to select files associated with that matter only. If you need to move the order in which your application type should be registered or removed from the title, simply drag and drop them. There's no limit on the number of applications you can submit in one AP1, and if you can't find an application that matches your deed, simply select AP1, change the register, upload your deed and proceed to the next section. As you can see here, we'll automatically calculate your lead application fee using the pre-populated consideration value from your STLT submission. So no need for a fee scale or a calculator. We'll also automatically attach your STLT5, reducing the risk of it being forgotten and a requisition being raised. Here in supporting documents, you'll be able to upload any supporting file like consent forms, power of attorneys, countersigned documents, and so on in one place. All along the right-hand side too, you may have noticed we've got some handy guidance when completing the sections, plus tips to help reduce common requisitions. For new users that may be starting to submit without any prior knowledge of the paper AP1, these guides can really help users better understand the sections and the land registry's requirements. Now we're going to move on to the party details. Here we've split what traditionally was panel 13 into 3 manageable sections: applicants, proprietors, and other parties. As missing or incorrect party information is a common cause of requisitions, we wanted to group information in a way where you can move through the sections consciously, ticking off the required fields from left to right without having to jump around the form or click through multiple pages. As you can see here, the majority of the work is done for us. The applicant's name and your details as the lodging conveyancer are already pre-populated. We can also complete the applicant's role field because you've told us that you're lodging a transfer and charge. All that we need to do here is simply enter the lender's name, and we'll look for the bank and populate their address for their service too. We can also confirm our details as the lodging conveyancer, and if your firm's process is for support staff to create the AP1s and then the conveyancers lodge the application, simply select the lodging conveyancer from the list of users within your firm here, and you can update their contact details here if needed. Now we move on to the proprietor section. We call it this because we know that there is a transfer being lodged, and so a registered proprietor will be a transferor. As we've ordered the register on this matter, we're able to populate the proprietor's names here. We're also able to populate the conveyancer's details from the STLT submission, and again associate the borrower roles for the discharge application and transferor for the transfer. All I need to do is add lender's name. If there are any other parties within the application, they can be entered in this section. So if you have power of attorney, beneficiary, you can select from the long list here. And as we've built the form, you'll notice on the left-hand panel, we'll update this with key information to help you review the information supplied as you go. Now we move on to the associate applications. We'll update this, basically the task is to similarly review the application. So as I go through this, you can see we have the 2 borrowers and the lender for the discharge, the transferee and the 2 transferors for the TR1, and the borrower and the new lender for the new charge. All that's left to do now is to complete the address for service for the applicants. You can enter the address for service for each proprietor yourself, including their postal, email or DX address. Disclosable overriding interest is defaulted to no for ease, and again to speed up the time it takes to complete the form. As I mentioned earlier, we are integration specialists. So what we have here is what I like to call an integration within an integration. So if you are on the LMS panel, You can link your application to your LMS case number and will automatically send them your submission receipt and then completion of registration details once your application is complete. Then I move further down, we have our notes section. So this is a flexible form. So if you have any information you need to let your caseworker know, you can simply put that into this box here. We also integrate with our MR01 lodgement software, and we will pre-populate the certification wording straight into the notes section for you here as well. Finally, here at the bottom of the form is where you can confirm the credentials used to submit the application. These should be stored in your InfoTrack settings, but on occasions where your Land Registry eDRS account changes, or you say you need to update the password, you can update them here as well. You can also include any third-party recipient information here for all correspondence about this application. Simply select a colleague from the drop-down or select other user to manually enter the details. From here, you can save and print. We'll actually populate a paper AP1 form for you, so it'll be a form that you are familiar with. You can review or download and print and share where required. And we'll, of course, send you an email over or send the file back to case management. If you're happy to submit your application instead, we'll send your eAP1 to the Land Registry. Instantly, we'll return a submission receipt showing your application's Land Registry reference, so you know that the application has made it to the day list and therefore has priority. I'm now going to head over to our dashboard that is linked with our AP1 form. As with most products on InfoTrack, we have a Big Brother overview of your submissions. So as you can see here, these are the AP1s that have been submitted. You can filter through these using the boxes on the top ribbon here, such as requisition outstanding, warning of cancellation, completed, etc. We have a handy tool here where you can export your submissions into a CSV file and filter through for any auditing purposes. If I select one that we have requisition acknowledged, what we have here is a WhatsApp style chat. So you'll receive your submission and any requisitions will come through this messaging service here. You can check the day list for any pending registrations against that title. You can look at any relating files to that AP1, and you can also again add in any additional recipients. But going back to the chat service that we have here, we have some little handy features such as being able to add in any internal notes to let colleagues know who's dealing with it. You can request further HMLR action, whether that be cancellation, extension of time, etc. And you can respond to the requisition. So we have a free type box here that you can directly message your caseworker from here or reply to any requisitions. But we also have this handy tool here, regenerate details. So we know, sometimes it's spelling mistakes or the party roles are incorrect, etc. So you can make the amendments here that you need to. And then as you can see further down, this is going to put this in a format that we know the Land Registry are going to accept and prevent any further requisitions. You can add any additional parties and you can upload any documents. And again, as I said, this is a free type box. You can put anything in here that you need to. Along with our handy dashboard, you also have our calendar as well. So that will give you AP1 cancellation date, OS priority expiry, etc. So if I click into that, you can be super organized and see what you've got coming up this month. And that is InfoTrack's AP1 solution. Just to add, along with that, we do have our expert help desk who are there to help you support you through any requisitions and applications that you need to submit as well. I'm going to hand back to marketing, who I think are going to go through any questions we may have.
Thank you, Andy and Kelly, for your insights and for demonstrating InfoTrack's AP1 solution. We've had a number of questions through from our audience, so let's just jump straight into the Q&A part of the webinar. First question, does the method of lodgement of a digital AP1 have any impact on how quickly the Land Registry would deal with the application?
Thanks, Ivor. I think that's going to be a question for me. So the short answer is no. So all our applications are treated in the same way when it comes to priority. We're agnostic as well about which channel, digital channel, so through our business gateway or through digital registration service, DRS, we do receive those applications as well. So it doesn't really matter if a customer were to choose DRS or a solution through business gateway, we would still, from a processing point of view, treat them in the same way. The key for us, of course, is that it's through that digital channel. Hence the changes we're making, so that we can improve application quality and process then all of those applications faster when they come to us. Thank you.
Another one for Andy. Could you tell us what resources and support are available from the Land Registry for any firms that are considering an integration with the Business Gateway?
Yeah, sure. So there's really, I guess, two, direct integration, building against our APIs, our services directly, or using a third party, using a software provider, which is integrated, done that work already through Business Gateway. So we have a dedicated developer hub that has a comprehensive library of all the documentation of our services, how to integrate, how they work together, what's available. And also we share on there what's coming up as well, what we're looking to deliver in the future. So that's everything. That developer hub is the place to go for everything to integrate and to use our APIs. We do also have a team though at Land Registry who are really happy to help and talk through any questions you might have about your integration options. So we have a pre-integration team that will help look after all of that. Again, details will be shared at the end. Yeah, we're really happy we've got a lot of tools to help support and inform that decision as well. So happy to have that conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. This one's for Kelly. Am I limited to the number of titles I can submit in one AP1?
No, you're not formally limited to the number of title numbers you can include in one submission.
Am I limited in the type of applications I can submit?
No, so you can submit a whole host of applications just as long as they correspond with your chosen registration type.
The next one is, how do I pay the registration fee?
Okay, so your registration fees are usually direct debited from your Land Registry account, and obviously they're linked to your eDRS credentials.
Can I cancel an application via InfoTrack?
Absolutely, yes, you can cancel your application quickly and easily via the request action option following the drop downs. We'll even pre-populate that application's Land Registry reference number for clarity as well.
Okay, the next one is one user able to create an AP1 draft and another user able to submit the application?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, one user can draft the AP1 and then another can go in and submit.
Does everyone in my firm need an eDRS credentials in order to lodge an AP1 via InfoTrack?
Not everyone needs credentials, no, only those acting as the lodging conveyancer.
And can I lodge complex applications via InfoTrack's AP1?
So yes, absolutely. We have a wide range of application types, including portfolio of transfers and charges and shared ownership staircasing.
A few more questions. How do I know whether I have eDRS credentials?
You basically just need to check your Land Registry account.
Okay. I think that is all the questions that we have today. I would like to say a big thank you to Andy Roddy from HM Land Registry for joining us today, and also to Kelly Cutler from InfoTrack for her demonstration and insights into digital AP1 submissions. And I hope you all found this session informative. If you have any other questions about anything you've learned today, or questions in relation to digital AP1 submissions, then please either contact us using the details on your screen. Yeah, so those details on the screen, or reach out to your account manager who will be able to assist you. This session is being recorded and we will send you a copy so you can refer back to it. All that's left to say is thank you so much for joining us and have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you.